Hello there, Dr. Bill Crawford here, psychologist, speaker, author of 4 books, host of 2 PBS specials. Here today to bring you another tip on how to help you create the life you want. Now, normally I talk about issues around psychology, leadership, clarity, confidence, creativity, things like that. Today I want to do something a little bit different. I had the pleasure of meeting a young lady by the name of Kathy Manning. She is from Canada. I've met her on one of the retreats that I was leading. And she has a service where she works with people with early dementia. And she works with them in a way where she looks past that dementia. So I think that's a problem, and I think it's a bigger problem as we grow and go into this 21st, 22nd century, in the sense that the population gets older. And when that happens, things start to change. You know, I mentioned in an earlier video, I'm 65, and I'm noticing my mind isn't quite as sharp as it used to be, and part of that can be scary. If you start noticing you are forgetting things, what you start thinking about is, oh my God, here it comes. You see all the pictures, you hear all the horror stories, and it's not like that's not true, right? There are people out there that the dementia is so serious that they don't know who they are, they don't know what's going on around them, and that's very sad, not only for them, but for their caregivers. But that early dementia, I think we can do something about, because what happens is when we forget something, we get scared. And when we get scared, we go to that lower 20% of the brain. Well, all of our memories and all of our knowledge and all the things we're trying to remember is not in the lower 20% of the brain, and therefore it makes it worse. So what I want to suggest for anybody kind of noticing that early dementia experience is to try to relate to it as if it is happening right now, and as if it's not that big a deal. Okay, I forgot this. All right, no big deal. I can remember things. I can write things down. I can do some things that help me remember. I am not in this awful state at the moment. Whether it comes in the future is in the future, but right now I'm okay. And for those of us who are dealing with people who are starting to forget things, don't relate to them in terms of the worry and your fear. It frightens them. It drives them down to that lower 20% of the brain. Kathy wrote me a poem after the retreat, because I worked with her a little bit about how to work with people with early dementia. She asked me some questions about it. I was happy to give her my best thoughts. She wrote me a poem. I've taken the poem, I found some pictures, and I found some music to put to it, and I wanted to share that with you now. So if you're a caregiver or if you're someone with that early dementia, hopefully this can be helpful in terms of the ability to recognize, I'm still here. See what you think.